Welcome back to Autism Live. We're so fortunate because joining us here in the studio right now is the fabulous Robin Hoger-Huis or Heiss? Hoger Heiss. I was going to say it that way, and then I had a like moment of indecision. But Robin is fabulous. We've had you on the show before, and that was a very big deal when you were on the show before. Thrilled to have you back again. We asked you to come in specifically today because you are on the board of Fullerton Cares, and you amazing organization that I can't say enough great things about. I always say if we could make what happens in Fullerton happen in every single community, what a different world it would be.
That's true.
Isn't it? And you guys have an amazing event that you do every year called the Mardi Gras for Autism.
Yes.
Now, does it normally happen the Saturday before Fat Tuesday or the Saturday after Fat Tuesday?
Well, now it's kind of not adjacent to Fat Tuesday at
Right.
all. We sort of had that in the beginning, but we had some rainy experiences with our Mardi Gras before, so we decided to put it right smack dab in the middle of spring so that there'd be plenty of sunshine and everyone could enjoy it.
So now it's happening on April 16th?
Yes, April 16th. It's a Saturday.
Okay, so and I have been there on at least 2 occasions when it rained, and we talked about building an ark. And it was still fabulous.
It was.
Amazing event. But for people who don't know anything about the Mardi Gras for Autism, let's talk about what the day is like. What happens?
Okay, it's a pretty special, amazing day. The Mardi Gras for Autism is very near and dear to my heart because it was Mardi Gras for Autism that brought me to Fullerton Cares. So basically, it's one of those events that started out modestly, and like everything in Fullerton Cares, our city got behind it, and it snowballed, and it's this amazing event. Now we're on our 6th one. So basically, it is New Orleans themed. There's some great food. There's some carnival style, kid friendly food, and there's some amazing New Orleans themed appetizers and entrees that you can try. So great food, but then past the food, there are tons of really fun activities. What I love about our activities is while they're autism friendly and designed to support our kiddos on the spectrum, because we know that that's why they're there, all of these activities are really fun for typically developing kids and their families. And so what Mardi Gras for Autism has done in our community, and what I love about it and think is so amazing, is it's really brought about this awareness.
Yeah.
It is bringing our autism community into our regular community. It is giving a chance for typically developing children to interact with kids on the spectrum and vice versa. And one thing as far as awareness that's been amazing is when you see the support from Fullerton business owners. To see those business owners that are not affected by autism at all, but they saw that there was a need in the community and they come out. And so it's a really, really awesome way and chance to see how our community pulls together to rally around a cause that's very near and dear to my heart.
It's a beautiful day all the way around, and I get emotional whenever I talk about it because every time that I have been to the Mardi Gras, it's just unlike any other autism event. It really is, because, if you go to a usual autism event, you're going to meet a lot of people who have children that are on the spectrum, and that's lovely and luscious and divine. But what I find so fascinating is when you're at the Mardi Gras for Autism, you cannot assume that. Somebody walks up and I can't tell you how many people came to our booth over the years and have said, now I really don't know much about this, but tell me a little bit. They've come, they want to be educated, and it is a rainbow of people too. I love that about this event, that there is every single ethnicity, every single language that you can imagine being spoken there, every single color in the rainbow, literally. And I just get emotional because I think, you know what it reminds me of? You know how we used to, well, you're younger, but we used to watch Star Trek?
Oh, I'm a Trekkie.
Okay. We used to watch Star Trek and we would think, this is what it should look like. They're here, all these different people, and it's not about anything other than we're on a mission together, right?
That's correct.
And it created an atmosphere in which, we thought, oh, look, that is possible. When I think about our autism community and what we need to get to as an autism community that isn't just people who have autism isn't just people who have someone that they love with autism. It needs to be the whole global community.
Right.
That's what I see at the Mardi Gras for Autism.
Well, that's exactly what happened. And I like how you said, you've met people at your booth who said, I don't know about autism. Can you tell me? And, part of my role in Fullerton Cares is I'm the community program developer, and we've developed some very successful performing arts and mixed martial arts programs for kids on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Very proud of those programs. I always say those are my third born child. I'm very, very proud of those. And Mardi Gras for Autism was what directly led to the creation of those programs. Basically, the owner of CF Dance Academy, Miss Leanna, she had come to me, and every year she orchestrates performances to show the various dance skills of all her classes, to show off her performers. And so she was slated to have a performance at Mardi Gras for Autism. And so she said, I know that your little son Harlan is on the spectrum. He was in her dance class. She goes, but I really don't know about autism. Can you tell me? She knew enough about autism that when I asked her for, to follow certain protocols with my son, she absolutely supported and accommodated him. But then she further, because of Mardi Gras and wanting to talk about kids on the spectrum intelligently at that Mardi Gras, she wanted to sit down and have me educate her about autism. It was through talking about autism that she realized not only did I have my little son who is on the very high end of the spectrum, I have my oldest son who's more severely affected by his autism. We were speaking, and she didn't realize there were no programs for kids who were more severe, like my oldest. I told her that was my dream. She made my dream a reality, and we launched Everybody Dance Now and Everybody Move Now. And our performers will actually be performing at the Mardi Gras for Autism, and they have each year since the creation of the programs. And so I think that is Mardi Gras for Autism in a nutshell, and shows Fullerton Cares and what we're capable of and what an event like this does.
Yeah.
We had a Fullerton business owner, cared about kids, didn't know about autism. She found out about autism because of Fullerton Cares, because of Mardi Gras for Autism, and she said, how can I help? And now we have 16 to 20 kiddos who have that opportunity to participate in performing arts education. All because of Mardi Gras for Autism. That's one example of how this has positively impacted our community. And we don't have enough time for me to sit and tell you every example.
Right. And let's back it up for a second, because you were just saying that's how you found Fullerton Cares. So
it is.
Were you a mom with your two kiddos and looking for something to do and saw an advertisement, there's a Mardi Gras for Autism, I'm going to go to that? Is that how that all started?
That's exactly what happened. As I was driving in downtown Fullerton, and I saw a banner, Mardi Gras for Autism. I said, wow, there's a business owner doing this. I need to meet the person who felt the need to do this for our community. I think that that's what's so special about Fullerton Cares and so special about Larry Hauser, the founder, is that he was so profoundly affected by his son's diagnosis. He did. And I've never seen a dad go as far as he has to support his child. But in the supporting of his own child, he said, no, you know what, we need to do something that's going to impact all of the children in our community. And I think that that's so important, that and so selfless, and just speaks to who he is. And so now that has translated into making this amazing organization. I mean, this Mardi Gras would not be possible without our volunteers.
Yeah.
And we have an amazing core group of volunteers that are absolutely committed to the cause, that come through for every event, including Mardi Gras. And it's so important to all of our volunteers to make it successful. And it really, really just amazing. It started with one dad and his love for his son, and it has impacted all of us in our community. And now it's reaching past Fullerton. Our mixed martial arts program is in Irvine.
Wow.
So we see that extending into South Orange County. Fullerton really is a model for how a community should rally around children who are different, that need our support.
I truly believe that, and I've said before, I'm going to say it again. I think you guys should put together some sort of a manual because I know there are people watching who think, I can't do it, it's just me. And if Larry Hauser had thought that on the first day, then none of this would have happened.
That's right. Remember, everybody, it started with one dad. So if you're one person watching this and you want to bring about change in your community, start with you. Be the change. Just like Gandhi said, be the change.
Exactly. But I do think that, instead of having to reinvent the wheel, it'd be nice to know, like, what were the steps that Larry took, and some words of wisdom from each of you on the board about. I think that would be so beneficial. People would benefit from it. Because I have to say this too. I've already compared you guys to Star Trek. Now I'm going to compare you to Disney. Wow. Because I know I don't do this lightly, but I do think you guys just do it better. You, like you said, you have the volunteers, but the volunteers are trained and know what they're doing. It's just, you guys just do it at a level that doesn't get done. There are people who just walk around the Mardi Gras with necklaces and make sure that every single kiddo has one of the Mardi Gras necklaces, if not 5. You have people everywhere who are saying, do you need anything? Do you need assistance? Do you need help? It's a pretty amazing, well-oiled machine, and that would be a thing to let other people know how you guys do that, because I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that, but it's amazing. We are going to be talking more about the Mardi Gras leading up to it, and then we're certainly going to be talking about it both. I hope that we're going to be periscoping from it. I know we're going to be there. I hope to periscope from it live and then talk about it afterwards, because it's a pretty important event in my realm, and it should be in everybody's. If you can get to it, Fullerton is just right close to Disneyland here in California. It is. So if you're planning on going to Disneyland, that's the week to go, and then drop in on the Mardi Gras. And if they want more information about Fullerton Cares and the Mardi Gras for Autism, what's the website?
Okay, so you can go to fullertoncares.org. You can also just Google Mardi Gras for Autism Fullerton. Our party and our big event is in downtown Fullerton, so it's adjacent to the train station. So you're going to go to 110 East Commonwealth, and it's right at Commonwealth and Harbor. So those are 2 very main streets in Fullerton. So come to downtown Fullerton, and it's such a huge event and huge party, you can't miss it.
And you can take the train. The train is right there. You wouldn't have to rent a cab. You just walk off the train and you're there. And I might do that this year. We've threatened to do that a couple of times. So definitely check it out and stay tuned, because we'll be covering it more.